The Montana State football teams turned around from the 1983 to 1984 season, from a 1-10 campaign to 12-2 with a national championship. It, of course, remains one of the most impressive turnarounds in college football history. And the number 4 tight end on the MT Top 40 played a significant role in that. From an all-state career at Deer Lodge, now to the Montana State Hall of Fame, number 4 is Joe Bignell.
His stature is probably where you have to start with that. He's, you know, a huge guy, great big hands, but he had an even bigger heart. Played every down, never took a down off, was a student of the game, easy to coach, wanted to get better, and by the teammates elected him as captain his senior year, and it's much deserved. And sometimes when things get rocky with your football team, your captains are the people that kind of dig people up and get them on the right track, and he was one of those guys that could do that.
Bignell caught the state by storm at Deer Lodge, first in basketball, where he scored more than 1,500 career points and also set the school's single-game record of 46. Led the Wardens to the 1979 state championship football game, the program's first and only appearance, falling to Whitefish 14-7.
He was a guy that you had to know where he was all the time, whether it's on offense or defense. He was a leader as a junior on that Deer Lodge team, and we actually played Glasgow in the semifinals, and that game was in Whitefish, and then got by them, and then we knew Joe Bignell was going to be a handful, and he was coached by Steve Okanowski, who another University of Montana, and had a nice pro career as well. But he dominated on defense, and you couldn't run at him, you couldn't run away from him. Just so aggressive, so smart on defense, and then of course his offensive skills go without saying.
Those offensive skills were on display at Montana State. A 3-year starter, Bignell's senior season in 1984 landed him in the Bobcat record books. That year included a 13-catch, 179-yard performance against the Grizz. Each of those were school records at the time, and he capped it with 20 catches and 269 yards in 3 playoff games, including hauling in 10 catches for 130 yards in the 19-6 win over Louisiana Tech in your national championship game. Bignell finished the '84 season with 88 receptions and 1,149 yards, earning honorable mention All-American status. A 2008 inductee of the Montana State Hall of Fame, Bignell ranks 2nd in career receptions with 169 and is 10th in career receiving yards with 1,598.
We featured the tight end. When he was a senior, he caught 88 balls, and Kelly Bradley, the quarterback on that team, and Joe was someone that Kelly could count on. He knew where he was going to be, knew he was going to catch it when he threw it to him, and he was going to catch the balls that weren't right to him. So he was a leader on that part, and devastating blocker. I mean, once he got into you as a defender, it was really tough to get him off, but just smart route runner. Not great speed by any means, but knew what he was doing out there, and we had some, we used to call them Y options or tight end options, that he would just go to the open spot, and the quarterback was able they were able to communicate and have a real successful relationship. You know, catching 88 balls in 1 year, that's remarkable.
Joe Biggs, as he was dubbed, helped turn the Bignell name into a family legacy name at MSU. His son Mac walked on with the Bobcats and quickly became a fan favorite as a linebacker, posting a program record 9 forced fumbles. He's also tied for 5th with 5 recovered fumbles. His 49.5 tackles for loss are good for 6th all-time at MSU. So Joe Bignell, the MSU national champion 1984, lands at number 4 on the MT Top 40's look at the tight ends. Stay tuned as we continue counting down to number 1 on Friday. Richie Melby, MTN Sports.